I must find the perfect spoon.
Excuse me, I need a spoon.
My spoon is too big.
Spoon with me, dude!
What's up, Spoon Gang, and welcome to the kitchen. This is episode 6. It takes 2 to spoon. I'm joined here by Logan and the first ever recipient of the golden spoon, the Skip Nasty.
Thank you. So it feels so great. I'm gonna leave that right here for you guys to see, for you guys to see too.
Yep.
Take a good look at it. This is probably its permanent spot. We might actually just weld it to the table right here, because I have a feeling this is the permanent spot for this spoon right there. I'm just so good.
For those of you who are wondering why Skip has that in front of him or what the golden spoon is, go on our YouTube. If you're already on YouTube, go to our video called Spoon Fed. It's our YouTube exclusive content where we play games for that trophy right there. Go check it out.
Yeah. Under the Spoon Olympics category, it was episode 1. We got some more of those coming out for you. But today, we've got a really awesome show where we're going to do cream of the crop of duos. Oven Mitt Opinion makes its return. NFL Charcuterie. Man, I can't say that word ever. Never. I can never say that word. It's never going to happen. NFL Charcuterie makes its return as well. And then we round it off with Song of the Week. How have you guys been this week? Good? Golden?
I've been golden, clearly.
I set that. I set myself up for that one.
Let's start here and we'll work our way. You tell us how your week was.
My week's been great, you know. Last weekend I was in Indiana, had a really good match. Met a guy who was in the WWE, and listened to him, got some pointers. That was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, Call of Duty Vanguard came out, and by God, it is fun. Like, I mean, I'm having a blast playing it. They got this new game mode called Champions Hill. I literally just want to play it all the time. It's like you are part of a 3-man group or a 2-man group, and then like there's 8 other squads that are 2 or 3s, and you have like 18 or 12 lives depending on which one you're playing, duos or trios, and it's basically like King of the Hill. Like once you lose like all your lives, there's no respawning, and then you're out. And it's really fun. Like you gotta like buy weapons and do that stuff. Yeah.
So I didn't know that came out yet. I just saw like the trailers for it. And I was confused that they were coming out with the new game because the last game, I mean, I don't even remember what it was.
Cold War.
They had like different seasons and like the battle pass, kind of like Fortnite, to where it seemed like they were keeping their game, but like just expanding on it.
So, yeah, but that's what they're doing with Warzone. So like Warzone came out with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like 2, I think so. It was, Cold War was the last one, and then Modern Warfare was one before that. So when Warzone came out, they like kind of integrated Cold War and Modern Warfare together through Warzone, and that's kind of what they're doing with this game too. Like all 3 games are kind of linked. So when you log on to Vanguard, like there's 4 different tabs that you can go play, like Warzone or Cold War or Modern Warfare, and then there's the Vanguard one. But I'm personally loving every bit of Vanguard. It feels like World at War, but like a new game. So it's really cool.
How's the zombies? Have you played it yet?
I have not. That's one thing I'm extremely excited about playing. I heard rumors. I'm not so like sure. Obviously, somebody else probably knows because it's out. But I don't know if it's round based or if it's more like Outbreak from Cold War. Yeah. But I'm still excited to play it. Zombies and zombies. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's that was always my biggest thing in Black Ops or Call of Duty was the zombies. And actually today, like I said, I didn't even know it was coming out, but today I had just like a big desire to play zombies, like Origins or Kino, like something like that, to where like, I mean, get all of us to play. We used to play all the time. I mean, I also was thinking about that with Magic the Gathering, and
that's why you asked me.
But that's actually kind of weird. I didn't know it was out today. I didn't really know when it was coming out.
It came out last Thursday.
Whenever it was. But I just had a weird hankering for some zombies lately. And
Dude, I play zombies. I'm not very good, but I play.
I will always play zombies. So good.
I'm pretty bad.
Well, the last thing is we finished our drywall in our house.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah.
Look at you.
And starting the season off right by putting up 3 Christmas trees.
3 of them.
All right, they're not up yet, but there's 1 up, and Megan's about to put up 2 more. And
It's
I'm
that
like,
time.
I seen the one.
I'm like, oh yeah, yippee, cool, sweet.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Am I right?
Scrooge.
I don't. It's not that I don't like Christmas, but it's literally November. Like
It's Christmas time.
we have Thanksgiving still. It's not Christmas time until the first snow. That's mine.
Thanksgiving is just pre-Christmas.
What?
Hot
There's
take.
already been frost on the ground.
Oh yeah, okay. Frost is frost. I'm talking snow falling from the sky. Once that happens,
What if it doesn't snow until January?
It depends what
Guess
you.
what, then
It's
it's not
snowing at
Christmas.
it's snowing at my grandparents right now.
Bah humbug.
Are we at your grandparents?
No, so what
So
you're
it's
saying?
Christmas for them.
Well, if it's Christmas for them, it's Christmas for everyone. It's snowing
There it
in the
is.
South Pole year round, so it's Christmas every day.
In the
in
North
my
Pole,
heart.
we're saying it's
You're
Yeah.
terrible. I'm just saying, like right now, you don't need to like. I don't know. You don't need to decorate for Christmas. Like
You're the worst. You're the worst.
So when do you need to? When the first snow hits?
when the first snow hits.
What if it's already passed?
What if it doesn't
It
snow?
hasn't passed
What if
yet.
it doesn't snow until January 1st?
Then guess what? Christmas season's canceled.
Scrooge. I'm skip. You're done.
Gosh.
I'm going to talk
All
about
right,
my.
all right, Grinch.
Yeah.
We'll wait for your heart to grow.
Give me a little puppy that's got a little horn on it and big old sleigh so I can steal all your presents.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be the Grinch. What happened with you?
Oh.
Tell us what happened with
Oh, that's a tragic story. I lost my wallet.
you. How?
Well, I was at Planet Fitness and I get a text from my brother. He's like, hey, want to stop and get some soda? And I was like, I'm in a good mood and I also got to go to Walmart and grab some things. Yeah, I'll get some soda. Go to Walmart, check, put my wallet in my pocket. I end up getting a little more than a little bit of things. So I had a pretty big cart. Walk up to the checkout. They scan everything. Reach in. No wallet. So I go running around the store. Can't find it. I walk up to the lady. I was like, hey, has anyone turned in a wallet? They're like, nope, nobody's turned one in. I was like, well, can we check the camera, see if you can see where I dropped it or anything? And it's like, no, we actually can't do that. What are the cameras for then? Why have cameras if you can't use the cameras?
Right.
Doesn't make sense to me. But as of this moment, I am walletless. And I had to lock my card and
So, how did you pay for the groceries?
I didn't.
You
I left my cart there.
Did you?
I walked out.
So how did you drive over here?
Don't tell them I didn't have my license on me. So it's a good thing. I
But
didn't
how
pull
did you
over.
drive over here? You can't drive without a license.
Don't tell nobody. Delete this, actually.
Did you walk?
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
I-
pretty
yeah.
close. You know what you should invest in?
Yeah.
I didn't invest in it, but the best gift I ever got was a tile.
Mm,
Those you can
Yep.
put them. They came in a 2-pack.
On your phone?
No,
They're
no, yeah,
in
it's,
your wallet.
it's on your phone, but
Yeah.
you get a card that you put in one of the wallet sleeves, and then they get a little keychain thing that you can put on your keys too.
Oh, and you scan and you can
Yeah,
have the-
so
It's like
you-
a tracker.
Yep.
yeah.
And you hear them too, whenever I lose my keys or whatever, I play it on the app, and it goes ding 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 ding. ding.
We have that for the keys, but I should get one for my wallet. You're right.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, there's no point now.
Let's go.
When I get a new wallet, or when I'm gonna go there tomorrow. Hopefully they found it. But yeah, tough start.
If you
tough
guys
day
want
for me.
a wallet, go to Walmart. Just claim yourself to be Travis.
Yeah, you can find one, I'm sure. All right. Anything special, Logan?
No.
How's your week been?
Good. No, nothing special.
Are you sure?
You sure?
Yeah.
No, but tell us about your week. Tell us how you're doing.
I just work.
Yep.
Nothing. My life is pretty boring. I beat you chumps in disc golf.
Yep. And nothing else?
Nothing
Nothing exciting this week?
Nothing happening
Nothing
yesterday?
crazy?
Nothing at all.
Oh.
There's a reason you went last.
Oh. It's my birthday.
It's a birthday episode.
birthday to you.
We can't. We're gonna get sued for singing that.
Yeah, we don't know the copyrights.
Yeah, we don't own the copyrights.
Happy birthday to Logan.
Hey, happy birthday, Logan!
Thanks. Yeah, 23 years old. I finally hit my LeBron year.
Did you just say LeBron year?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? He was
I like
23.
to call it a Jordan year.
Yeah, it's Jordan.
It's LeBron.
You're disgusting.
He's the greatest of all
Guys,
time.
Grow up.
He's the greatest of all time.
Grow up.
Why? You think Jordan's the best?
No, it's
You're
an
wrong.
argument for another
You're
time.
wrong.
Argument for
Hey,
another
listen,
time.
the fact that we have fought this much about Christmas and basketball and we haven't even gotten to oven mitt opinions, this is a bad start. Let's just knock it off and wait till we get there.
I meant what I said.
Even if
Stop,
we're not
no.
gonna argue that, like, we're not gonna argue that which one's better. Who gives a crap? But how you, the audacity to call it your LeBron year when Jordan was there first? I mean, come on, seniority.
I was not alive to see Jordan play. LeBron's the greatest of all time, so why would I
False.
not tribute the king?
Oh my God.
False.
All right. Happy birthday. Anything else? Anything special? Anything fun?
Nope.
Okay.
You guys seem to know more than I do.
No, I'm just
I think I
asking.
miss it.
I'm just asking about your. It's a special day.
Hey,
Yeah.
and by the way, I mean I'm a chump at disc golf. I get it, but like, give me a little.
Yeah, you
bit
didn't
more
have to take
praise.
shots
Like,
at
come
us.
on, dude. Like, I get it. that
Your
I'm not
mind
the-
games worked. No, I'm just bad.
Dude, we almost had him. We almost had him. Good cop, bad cop.
No, but
All right.
yeah, it was a good birthday.
Okay. All right.
All
Let's just
right.
get into the to the first segment today, and that is
Cream of the crop. Duos edition.
Oh, we didn't plan that.
I was just trying to be an announcer, you know?
Yeah.
you did a great job. All right. Let's get into this. So we're doing duos today.
So that's, two things that just go together. Those can be people. Those can be, foods. Those can be a person and a food. A person and a thing. Any two
Anything.
things that go together.
Basically, like, what I came to with my list is, like, when you think of something, you think of another thing. And those two, like, kind of, they're almost, like, inseparable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or they're, like, greatest achievements together. Like,
I think it's gonna be interesting to see how we all approach.
Yeah. So, like, for example, like a GOAT and LeBron James.
Oh my god.
Duo. Like,
I
as
cannot
an
believe
example.
it.
As an
I can't
example.
believe that's real.
All right. I don't. Oh, you guys gotta stop.
I can't believe it either. He's so good at basketball. I just can't believe how good he is.
Trash.
All right. Who wants to start us?
I will.
You're gonna start.
I'll start.
All right, Sam.
So my number 5, it's kind of criminal that they're this low in this list, but they are my only, like, 2 people together duo.
Mm.
And that is Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
Wow.
I mean, alone with the movies that are Step Brothers and Talladega Nights, they're alone that they deserve to be on this list because they're so amazing together and they complement each other in such a great way in those movies. But they make movies all of their movies are so funny and they are so entertaining. Like, Step Brothers to this day is still the most quotable, like, movie for me ever. Like, and it's just amazing. And then, I mean, Talladega Nights, like, who doesn't like Ricky Bobby? Like, shake and bake, baby.
That's a shocker. I don't know what's more of a shocker is that they're this low, because I thought that was your number 1 for sure. But the fact that they're this low, or the fact that there's another duo that's not on your list.
Well,
That's
that's my number 5. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. I think Will Ferrell. Yeah, that's tough to say, but he's one of the, like, if not one, he's top 3 comedic, like, actors.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think John C. Reilly, when he plays the role next to him, it's just like he's just phenomenal.
I've never seen Talladega Nights. Have seen Step Brothers. Love it. Hilarious. But yeah, never. I've seen clips of Talladega Nights.
It's funny.
Dude,
Like
funny
it's-
movie.
it's so
the
good.
dinner table
It's Sweet Baby Jesus.
scene. I remember that being so funny.
I like to picture my Jesus in a tuxedo T-shirt. Means he's formal, but he likes to party. Like, how do you not love that movie?
What?
That's
When you said John C. Reilly, I had no idea who you were talking about until you had said it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I typically don't think of, when I think of Will Ferrell, I don't think of him too much.
Obviously, you've seen the movie Guardians of the Galaxy because you know who Groot is.
Yeah.
He's the cop in that.
Mhm.
Yeah? Does that help you?
That's
Well, no, I know who he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But when you said his name,
Yeah.
I don't
Don't-
recognize him by name. But then when you said Step Brothers and Talladega Nights, like, immediately I knew who he is.
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah.
the best.
Man, Number 5. I thought. Listen, when I was like thinking about what you guys might put, I had nothing for you. I have no clue what's about to come out of your
I have
mouth.
nothing for either one of you. Except I think I have one for you.
I had nothing for you, and for you, I thought that was your number 1 for sure. And
A little spoiler, like I said, they are the only 2-people duo.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess maybe the one that you're thinking of, maybe I forgot about him.
I have a couple people on my list.
I also have a couple people.
And I guess we'll just jump right into mine. We're going to start off. Actually, this is how good of a duo they are, is I don't actually even know their names. I only know them as the duo, so I should probably look it up real quick. Just to make sure that I'm not being stupid here. Here we go. We're going with... I'm on the wiki. All right, well, this doesn't help me at all, actually.
Just say the
Who is
duo.
it?
Oh, yeah, the duo is the Blues Brothers.
Oh, you and Kyle were them for
We
Halloween.
were them for Halloween.
Like 3rd grade, I remember that.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Blues Brothers fan. One of my favorite movies. If we ever do Cream of the Crop movie, spoiler, that's going to be on my list somewhere.
It's weird you don't know their names, though.
I can't.
Such a big fan.
Now
What are
that
their
I'm
names?
thinking about it, I just can't remember their names at all.
Mhm.
Was it John and Jim? Is that them? I don't know. But hey, what a good movie. It's one of, and when I was thinking of like duos and I had to think of like people that I wanted to put on my list, I was like, I had a couple other people that we'll get to later, but then this was the one where I was like, I have to put them on there because they are like when you think of duos, when you think of 2 people going together, it's the Blues Brothers, man. Great music, great movie. You can play the harmonica. Are you kidding me? What tops that?
I think actually, like, because I have another duo of people in my honorable mentions, but I think they were better than that.
You think they're better than that? Are they similar people or no? Oh.
I have lots of people who are better.
Well, I also have people that are better, but we're gonna get to them later.
All right, let's hear yours. Number 5.
Never seen Blues Brothers.
You've never seen Blues
The
Brothers?
only thing I associate with them is I know what they wear and you and Kyle
Oh yeah.
because of you guys. Yeah, that's the only association. I
You should watch the movie. It's a good movie. Good movie. The
Dang,
original movie.
He hasn't seen Blues Brothers or Talladega Nights. I haven't seen
or
Blues
South
Brothers
Park
either.
or Futurama.
I haven't seen Blues Brothers either, but I do think you should watch Talladega Nights.
You just gotta watch all these movies tonight.
I guess so.
Alright.
Or Friday Night Lights.
Have you not watched it yet?
No.
Go watch it. All right.
My number 5. It's 2 people technically.
Yeah.
But they come together to make one product. That is Ben and Jerry's.
Like
The ice cream.
Ice cream.
I guess. Yeah.
Ben-
It's 2 people.
Ben, it wouldn't be the ice cream without either or.
You're right.
Jerry's nothing without Ben, and Ben is nothing without Jerry.
that's, you know.
Yeah, I guess. It's tough to argue with
Hey,
that.
for me, if they were combined with an and, fair game.
Yeah, I count it.
I'm not
So
gonna say
many,
no.
so many different flavors. They're really cheap, and they're like the small little containers, but they have so many different flavors. Like one of them's called Everything But the Kitchen Sink. It's just like a bunch of different stuff. Super good. Very tasty.
I would hope it'd be.
Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Who doesn't love ice cream?
And tasty.
And tasty.
My number 4 is a duo, people duo,
Oh.
kind of a people duo.
Kind of.
Better than the Blues Brothers. That is Steve Irwin and a crocodile.
I don't think the second one's a peep. Like,
I
What?
said
Yeah,
kind of.
oh,
kind of a people.
Yeah.
I think that. Yeah.
Steve Irwin, the Crocodile Dundee, and a crocodile.
you can't argue that because when you think of Steve Irwin,
You think of crocodiles.
100%.
That's a
Sometimes
good.
you think of stingrays, but
Oh, let's
we
not
don't
go
like-
there.
We don't like that.
I don't
Worst-
think it's-
worst duo.
Yeah, bad duo.
crap.
Yeah,
Crap.
nobody hates him when he's on Animal Planet. I mean, nobody is sitting there bored.
Mhm.
You love him.
Yeah.
And he brought a light to animals that I respect. It might be why I love animals now.
Yeah.
So just an iconic duo, and why I have respect for crocodiles, but also why I know I could kill them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you respect
Is
him?
I can respect something and kill it,
You know
and
what?
be physically superior at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, I respect like puppies, but if we're being honest, I could punt kick one across the fence.
He gets it.
Doesn't mean I don't respect it. I wouldn't do that, obviously. I love puppies.
Also-
Maybe I shouldn't talk about killing puppies on the podcast.
So also,
Oh, yeah.
also in my explanation of why Steve Irwin and Crocodile are good, I just put Australia. So whatever that
Oh,
means.
yeah, I guess.
Australian. So.
Down under, baby.
It's tough, yeah.
All right, 4.
Mine
Let's
were
hear
4.
it.
Beat
All
that.
right, we're going back to people. and I think it's the people you might have missed. The ones that I almost were positive were going to be on your list. And that is the dynamic duo of Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning.
Iconic.
I mean, yeah, they're great. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably, I don't know. Yeah, they're awesome.
Here's the thing, as I was sitting at home, writing down what my list could be, I had to write down a bunch of duos and then just start crossing them off and be like, okay, you can't make the final cut, you can't. And like, as I was doing this, I was watching YouTube and a GMM, like scrolling through, GMM was up there. I was like, duh, like circle them, put them right in the top 5.
Yeah,
like
they're
they
pretty good.
need to be in the top 5. They're so good.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I watch them every morning. Every morning.
Every morning. Have you watched Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly every morning?
No.
No. So who has a bigger impact on your life, would you say?
Probably Rhett and Link.
It's tough to argue that they shouldn't be on your list over there.
Yeah, I
I'm just
agree.
going to argue.
How quotable is Rhett and Link?
I'd say they got some quotable moments in there. Don't ask me to quote any right now, but I'm sure they do.
So here's the thing. I did think about putting them on the list as a dynamic duo. I think they deserve a better spotlight than just the duos list, and like I feel like I can talk about them at a different time.
Here's the reason that I almost didn't put them on, and the reason that Rhett and Link and the Blues Brothers were my bottom 2. I feel like to be a truly amazing duo, both pieces should be good separate and then just be able to come together to make something better. When I'm not saying that Rhett and Link aren't good separate or that the Blues Brothers aren't good separate, but when you think about them, you don't ever, like, it's tough for me to think about one without the other. Mm-hmm. While everything else on my list, I think is very good independently and then just comes together to create something immaculate.
That's a pretty good.
So that's the reason that those 2 are so low, but I still had to put them on there. So now we'll go to your number 4.
My number 4. All right. Take it back a little bit. You know, you're going home from school. You're like, hey, Mom, how are you? You run upstairs to your room. Your mom's like, oh, hey, I'll have dinner ready for you, blah, blah, blah. You run upstairs to your room. Sit down on your chair. Grab your controller. Turn on your Xbox. And you join an Xbox Live party chat with the boys.
Okay.
Play MW2.
Yeah.
And that's the duo. Video games and the boys. Because, you know, I'm a huge gamer, but I'm a huge multiplayer gamer. I like playing by myself, like that's fun and all, but I don't really ever have time to do that. I think it's so much more fun when you play with the boys or your friends. Like playing with somebody else and you make so many great memories, and it's by far a dynamic duo that should be on the top 5 list.
It's a quality duo.
Hey, we've all played video games together. Or with the girls.
Yeah.
We don't want to be misogynistic.
Video games and the people.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
said friends.
video
I
games
said friends too.
With the friends.
The friends. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, nothing beats it. I get my enjoyment from playing video games with people. I think it's the most fun. Talking to them, getting mad at the games.
I feel like there was a big argument, a big debate a couple weeks ago about is it more nerdy to play video games alone or in a group of people? And I think we all kind of agreed that it's more nerdy to play by yourself. Right? Was that what we agreed on?
Why is it nerdy at all?
Well, like, for the instance, I'm going to use the word nerdy because that was the word that was thrown at us. That was the word that was used in this debate. And I think that playing video, but I guess a better word, I don't know what a better word would be. But I guess it's worse to play video games alone than it is to play with people. So I think
it sort of fits the stigma of like being the antisocial gamer.
Like introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why it's like, well, it's better to have human interaction at least.
Yeah, because you can socialize. You know, like
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
You
exactly
play
what's
video
going
games.
on.
You're hanging out with the boys, basically, just virtually.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it can be nerdy depending what the video game is.
Yeah, I play a lot of video games by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I.
That's about most of the games I play.
I do play a lot by myself too. Listen, I do feel a little nerdy when I'm sitting there and I'm like spending hours trying to get Dixie Kong to be a superstar in Mario Baseball, like jumping off the wall to catch a ball. Like that's, oh my gosh. I'm not even going to get into it. But yeah, I'd rather play with the boys. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
the
girls.
friends.
Yeah.
The friends.
The friends.
Come on.
Number 3.
Yeah. Oh, my number 3. It's a little personal one for me. Actually, the top 3 are all kind of personal for me. But it's chips and queso, baby. You can't beat it.
On my honorable mentions.
I mean, you just can't beat it. Like, nothing, like, when somebody asks me, like, what's your favorite food to eat off your diet? And it's easy. Melted cheese. Nothing beats some hot queso. Just scoops full of it with those chips. Like, just scooping it and just eating it and just enjoying every single ounce of it on your taste buds. It's the best.
By far my favorite snack.
I mean, you can go anywhere, like Cinco, Chili's, anywhere. They have it. Guess what? I'm gonna get it.
Okay, that's not entirely true, but
Yeah.
not everywhere has
Not
it.
everywhere.
Well, they should.
If they don't,
Hey,
they
that's-
should.
Well,
That's an argument I can get behind.
what I'm trying to say is everywhere that they have it and I see it, I get it.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's more of what I was trying to say.
This could be an oven opinion here. And this could
Get out.
make you want to throw hands. This could make you want to throw hands. If we had cream of the crop dips, queso wouldn't be on mine.
You're just wrong.
I don't think queso.
You're
would be.
absolutely wrong.
If you can talk about other things that you can dip into, I would prefer guac. I would prefer
Guac's great.
a nice salsa. I would prefer like buffalo chicken dip. I would prefer what was the other one I was thinking of?
You just kind of look at my top 4.
There's one I'm missing that I was thinking right away.
Hell of a good dip.
Haluva good. Is it haluva good or haluva good?
I think that's like the joke. It's hell of a.
Haluva, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's the
I could
same.
be wrong.
Yeah, I'll put that on there. Man, there was one I was missing, but we won't even get into it. It's just better than queso.
Sour cream.
Chips and sour cream.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest here. One of my favorite snacks is to like get a bowl, and we typically have those things like a scoop of queso and then like a spoonful of salsa and like avocado and then sour cream and then just tortilla chip and then dip them and then they eventually all mix anyway. So good.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, not necessarily. I mean, Chipotle sour cream I would eat with tortilla chips. I actually would drink it.
Tough to beat that.
It is good.
But
Spinach artichoke dip.
I do like spinach artichoke dip.
That's good.
That
Not
has
as good as
queso
queso.
in it though.
It does have queso in it, but I would prefer a spinach
I think
artichoke.
it's just cheese.
A spinach artichoke. What is queso? Queso's
Cheese.
literally Spanish for cheese,
I
isn't
think
it?
queso is like
It's cheese.
hot cheese.
Hot cheese. I would prefer a spinach artichoke dip over queso because clearly, like they might have queso in it, but it doesn't mean you're gonna order. You know, you're not ordering queso with spinach.
You're wrong.
No, I'm just putting it out there. Wouldn't even be in my cream of the crop.
You're just wrong.
I can half agree with you on the chips, but give me something better to dip it in.
You're wrong.
I think it's better than salsa. I like a good pico. I think is great. I mean, I would rate it probably. I don't know because queso depends on.
Where you get it.
Yeah, because some quesos are pretty bad, and I would say I would want guac more. But there's like a brand that I get and I love. I think it's called Gordo's or Gordon's or something.
Gordon's, yeah.
That I would put top, but other ones are pretty hard to match. But like through the majority, I would probably rather have
Queso.
guac.
Oh.
But with the top quality queso, you can't beat it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, you're gonna get more like with spinach artichoke dip, or you're gonna get like queso and chorizo dip. Like those are great things, but they all like. I'm talking about queso in general, like chips and queso.
Okay.
I get what you're saying with the artichoke dip, but it's basically queso still.
Okay.
It just has artichoke.
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah. Okay. Counts. I'll accept it then. Good pick. Good pick.
And spinach.
Man, it's been fun.
Good pick. All right, my number 3. This is going to shake some walls here. This one's going to be a little, stay calm. This is one that is going to cause a lot of controversy, and I'm going to stand up for what I believe in here, and I'm going to accept all hate that comes my way. I don't think you guys will hate it, but I think we will get a lot of hate for this, and that is the duo of socks and sandals.
I wear socks with my bricks all the time.
It is such a... Because here's the thing. What if your feet are cold, but you don't want to wear tennis shoes around?
Wait.
Yep.
Like, why would that be on your top, like, 5? It's not a good...
It is good.
It is a beautiful
not.
duo.
It is good.
It is a great duo. It is something that has been... People joke about, but it's something that... I have that, like, even, like, slides. Like, I have those slides that I wear, so I guess not really sandals, but they are sandals. And I wear those around all day with socks. And you can literally do anything with it. You can walk around the house in it. You can walk around anywhere outside in it.
I support this 100%.
It's comfortable. It is warm enough with the socks, but also not, like, constricting with the tennis shoe. I think it is just the perfect combo of footwear.
I will support you here by saying mostly in the summer, I don't like laying around or being around my house without socks on. Mostly. I sometimes go in weird phases, but in general, I like to have socks on. So in the summer, I'll have socks on, but then when I go outside really quick, I will throw my Birks on, and I'm not too hot. I don't have to worry about. I mean, just the convenience also of sandals. Like, I don't have to put my shoes on. I can just go outside, and it is so nice. And it's also like, you have the little freedom to wear some sandals, but you don't have to be self-conscious about your toes or your feet.
Exactly.
No,
Mom pulls up in the driveway and is like, "Hey, come get the groceries." You don't want to have to throw on a pair of tennis shoes. You just slip on those slides.
First off, why are you wearing socks, period? Socks alone are, like, the worst invention ever.
Bad take.
I think they're terrible.
Bad take.
I only wear them because I have to wear tennis shoes. And you can't wear no socks with tennis shoes or just stink and ruin your shoes. But socks are so terrible. They, like, contract your toes or whatever I'm trying to say. And, like, they make them all crunched up and they're not comfortable. You can't, like, be free with them. Barefoot is 100% the way to go.
Maybe you just are wearing too small of socks.
Yeah, maybe get bigger socks.
No.
You're wearing socks right now.
Even
How's
so,
your
like,
toes?
you just feel like you're so closed in with your foot. If I had it my way, like, first off, I'm wearing Crocs 100% of the time. But you are right. You do need something to cover your feet because then your Crocs are going to get cold and you can't really wear them when it's wet and snowy out. But so then you have to, like, I guess you have to, like, put them on. But I don't like it. It's not a great time for me. I don't enjoy that. Like, that wouldn't be a duo together for me.
I think it's a great duo.
Disagree.
I think it's also something you can wear anywhere.
No.
Yep.
You look like a jabroni
No,
when you
don't.
put it on.
No, depending on
That's
Absolutely.
the quality of
Sam,
sandal.
you sound like those people that say Nickelback sucks.
That's what you
That's
sound
what you
like.
sound like right now.
Do you hate
Absolutely
Nickelback?
not. Absolutely not.
You sound like
First
one
off-
of those people that says Jordan's better than LeBron.
Well, it's true. Second off,
You're
Nickelback
just wrong.
doesn't suck. Nickelback is amazing. Third off, you literally look like you don't know how to wear shoes when you have socks on with sandals. You look incompetent or uncompetent.
Socks and Birks, I mean, it's normal.
No. it's
Plus, in
terrible.
the summer, like you
That's my first, like, I don't, like, get at all. Why are you wearing socks with sandals in the summer in the first place? In the summer, you should just be free and let it be bare feet if you're going to wear sandals. Because then it's not cold. The only reason I would wear socks with sandals or socks with Crocs or whatever is because it's cold.
yeah, but like you said, with tennis shoes, you're gonna sweat and they're gonna stink and they're gonna get ruined. Birks is the same thing.
They're
gonna get-
open. They're open.
Yeah.
They're not going to stink.
But they're gonna get ruined and you're gonna sweat.
Well, let's say this. Let's say that you have to work all day in tennis shoes or in, like, boots or whatever you work in, and you have to wear socks. You get home, you kick those bad boys off, and you slip on a comfy pair of slippers or slides or sandals. Oh, it's so nice.
Just take your socks off. It'll feel way better.
No.
Absolutely. After
Okay,
you get done
okay.
working,
Lounging around the house, I don't agree with you.
after you're
Like-
working, yeah, you take your socks off. It feels way better.
Like today, I have been wearing socks. I'm wearing my socks with no socks with slippers. And I mean, yeah, after a long day of work, I will take my socks off.
I think
But socks and sandals are underrated, and anyone who thinks that they're bad, grow up.
Okay,
Oh my
I'm
All
gonna
of
say
you.
one more thing,
You're-
and then we
this
will
is
jump
horrible.
on to the next. I think slippers are basically the equivalent of socks and sandals, just put into one thing. That is basically what a sock, because it's like the comfiness of a sock, but also like a shoe.
Well, also the thing is with like slippers is the inside is like fuzzy,
Yeah.
and when you
Fuzzy
don't wear socks with them, they sort of get ruined. Like the inside of these have like sort of got ruined because of like the sweatiness of my bare foot. So, I mean, that kind of adds to it.
All right, we're gonna move on.
That is
Good
terrible.
picks.
This is an
That's
oven mitt
terrible.
opinion for another time.
That's terrible.
Number 3 on my list
That's bad.
is the duo of the good old noodle and the cheese. Mac and cheese, baby. Macaroni and cheese.
That was close to being on my list.
So it's versatile as a main dish or a side dish. You know, could be good with anything. It can be simple, like Kraft mac and cheese. You know, the microwave mac and cheese, or the fancy mac and cheese. You know, people can do it so well, like with specific certain cheese blends and toppings and everything like that. And another thing I had on here was pasta and cheese. So just reiterating what it is further. And I also worked at a restaurant that, I think has the best mac and cheese with the noodles they use and the cheese sauce that they use. And sort of you can add whatever you want to it. So,
Can't argue it.
I love mac and cheese a lot.
It's a quality dish.
It's good. Can't argue.
You really can't. Okay, let me ask you this though. Let's add mac and cheese as one thing. What's your go-to mac and cheese and what topping you throwing in there?
In my mac and cheese?
In your mac and cheese. One topping.
Frank's hot sauce.
Oh, that's a good one.
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue. You guys both
I
like
do.
sauces.
So here's the thing. Actually, pulled pork and pulled pork and mac and cheese
Is amazing.
are probably one of my favorite
It's the
sort
best.
of food combinations of
It's very
two
good.
actual foods. But typically, my mom makes oven baked mac and cheese, and I'll always put French fried sauce on it. When I was a kid, it used to be hot dogs.
Oh yeah, hot dogs in the mac and
Chopped up
cheese.
hot
Oh,
dogs.
it's so good.
Amazing.
I put ketchup in my mac and cheese sometimes. Not often. It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
It depends if it's a
Yeah,
good
sure.
mac and cheese, I won't. But if it's not the best mac and cheese, put a little ketchup on there.
Ketchup is disgusting.
Wow. Okay. You know what?
All right. You're just having a lot of bad takes tonight, Sam.
Dude.
That's okay.
No. Ketchup is bad.
Are you
It's
okay?
okay to be wrong.
Are you having is everything all right?
So you had a bad day.
No, I've had a great day.
All right. You're number 2.
Number 2, another little duo of people, kind of. They're not real. They're not real people. Video games, Mario, Luigi. Iconic video game duo. Probably the most iconic video game duo of all time. All of their video games are really just great. When I was looking at this and thinking about it, there is, almost no Mario game that I just wouldn't have fun playing. There's so much nostalgia, and we also dressed like them for Halloween one year.
We did dress like them for Halloween.
So, that just adds to how awesome they are.
Yeah.
Because we did that.
We were them.
Yeah. We know what it's like to be in their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Can't argue with that one. The only argument I would make is, would those be the? I guess those would be the two if you're gonna do with anyone from Mario.
Who else would it be?
I'm thinking maybe I don't know, throw Mario and Peach in there. Maybe Toad and Toadette. That's kind of a quality.
Toad and Toadette over Mario and Luigi?
I was thinking about it. As you were talking, I was thinking in my head.
Oh, you didn't have time to formulate a bad opinion?
I haven't had
To be
time to
different.
think yet, and I'm thinking as I'm sitting here, maybe Mario and Bowser. Just
Why?
Dude, what?
They were the complete opposites. They hate each other.
Yeah, but they're dude, the duo.
It's Mario and Luigi. They're
It is
the duo.
Mario.
They're
It
the
is.
they're the brothers.
Come on.
And I like Mario and Luigi. If I had to, I was thinking about it. Man, would I go with those two? And I guess I would.
Hey, if you want, we'll let you keep thinking about
No,
it.
I guess I would. I would go with those two. I was running.
You just
through the
generated 30 seconds of just utter nothing.
I'm glad you agreed because now I can sleep good tonight.
Okay, good.
I was hoping you would agree with it, and now you've given me your seal.
I had to just run through all the characters, and
I can't
those.
believe you actually thought Toad and Toadette.
Well, actually, he's got a point.
Toad's pretty cool.
Monty Mole.
Oh, Monty Mole in third base. I'm changing my
Monty Mole and any base in Mario Superstar Baseball because he is zips.
Dude, my whole list should just be Mario baseball characters.
Yeah, but
Bowser
you don't even like
or-
Mario, clearly.
Oh yeah, Mario and Luigi. Yeah, I agree with it.
Good. I didn't really need your
No, you've already said you can sleep now, so you're welcome. All right,
being facetious.
my number 2. It's my last duo of people, and I'm going with the comedy duo of Chris Farley and David Spade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. I was gonna say that. I thought you would have them on there.
I threw them on here. I mean, we don't even have to talk about it that much. Just great movies, great comedians, and I think it's another one where like I think they're both great, but then coming together just makes them so much better.
The only 2 times I've watched Tommy Boys with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One at school and then one at your house.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious movie.
And we laugh every time.
Mm-hmm.
Great movies, great everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're like when I think of like both of them, I think of the other. So
I think what makes them so great is they're the perfect like I don't know like exactly what it's called, like the funny guy and the straight man. Like they're like the definition. When you look up like the funny guy straight man duo, where like the one's super serious and the one's super funny, they're like the picture perfect definition of what you want with that.
yeah,
And I don't think anyone's ever done it better, so I had to put them number 2 on my list.
that's good. They're good. That's a good one. Can't argue
I'm
that
just
one.
trying to think of other people.
I'll show you
I
how.
don't- Oh, okay. Yeah, good pick. I support that pick.
I can sleep at night.
My number 2 is peanut butter and a glass of milk.
Wolf switched it up on me.
What did you think?
I thought peanut butter jelly,
No.
the classic sandwich duo.
Peanut butter and a glass of milk.
So you have to elaborate here for me, just like you spoonful of peanut butter.
You could do that. I mean, it could be anything peanut butter related. Like, it could be like a Reese's. You eating a Reese's. And then guess what? Take a nice glass of milk. There's nothing better than washing it down with milk. A spoonful of peanut butter. I do that all the time. Go into the jar, grab a spoon, and then guess what? I'm going to take a glass of milk. Or I'm going to chug it right out of the milk carton. Because it's that good. I love... Milk is one of my top drinks.
I love milk.
It's the best.
Milk's great, but
Combine it with peanut butter. Those two are the best together.
can I tell you what you just did?
What?
You just took 2 of the most iconic duos ever and stripped them apart and shoved them together in peanut butter and jelly and milk and cookies.
Well, I thought you were going to say chocolate milk.
I thought you were gonna say cereal.
Chocolate milk, cereal, like milk is, I guess milk is just the most versatile drink ever.
I mean, it's the best.
It mixes with anything. I love milk. I love a good glass of milk. But wow, when you think milk, you gotta go milk and cookies.
I don't. I think I would prefer peanut butter and milk over milk and cookies.
I never do milk and cookies.
You don't do milk and cookies?
I mean, I do know like that is a big combo, but I would rather have like if I'm going for sweets, I'm getting a spoonful of peanut butter, eating a spoonful, and I'm taking a nice glass of milk and chugging it.
The amount of times I've had a cookie and milk together has been so few in my life for how popular of a duo it is.
I get that, like, you don't, because you hate Christmas, but, like, you Santa every year, man. What do you, how?
I hate Christmas.
I leave it for Santa. I don't eat it.
I know, you gotta leave it for him, but so you should at least,
Yeah, it does.
If anything, I think of Oreo and cookie.
Well,
Oreo and milk.
Oreo is a cookie.
Okay, but you can't always just use cookie because a chocolate chip cookie, I never
You
have
never
milk.
put a Chips Ahoy in a,
I'm sure I have, but the amount of times that I've had a cookie with milk has been way more outweighed by not.
just a couple dips, maybe you hold it in there for a little bit, let it get nice and
I
soggy.
understand the
Hey.
process.
I'm not even going to, like,
Peanut butter and milk, do it.
I
Go
don't,
home, get your jar of peanut butter, take a spoon it, eat it, and then take a nice swig of the milk.
I get where you're coming from. I've had peanut butter and milk.
Nothing washes it down better. I mean, when I was thinking about this earlier, I told Megan it, and she was like, "Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense to me." I was like, "What are you gonna wash down the peanut butter that gets stuck in your mouth and like all your taste buds?" She said, "Water." I almost threw up.
Okay, that's bad.
I almost threw up. Like, that is disgusting. Water is no, it's not the option there. You take your glass of milk or your carton and you chug it. And you chug it.
Okay, interesting.
You know what? I respect it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's my number 2.
Interesting pick.
I don't think it's a top 2, but I respect it.
It is top 2. I'm up with 1.
You're up with 1. Yep.
All right. My number 1, and it was right when we came up with this category. I immediately came up with number 1. Beer and football. There's nothing better.
It's a quality duo.
Sitting back, watching on Sunday or Saturday
Or Friday.
or Friday. Well, we got a pregame for Fridays, but there's nothing. Oh yeah, Thursdays too. There's nothing better.
Wednesday.
I mean, football's
Monday.
all week long. Nothing better than sitting back, cracking it open, and just watching the game, getting mad at the game, loving the game, analyzing the game, all of it, with a nice cold beer right in your hand. Yeah, that's number 1.
Good number 1. Good number 1.
Hate the pick because I hate beer.
That's fair. I
Hey,
think.
beer tastes better when there's football on TV.
Exactly.
I will agree with that.
It does.
Yeah.
It goes down way easier.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's a quality pick. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, I put it in my honorable mention.
Did you?
I would
Oh.
if I had thought.
I mean, it's number one. It's better than all of yours.
No, not better than my number one, which I'll get into now. And I think you're going to agree with me on this one. It's another food combo.
Mhm.
My first food combo, and my only food combo because it's the best food combo. And that is Chipotle and Trops. Come on. No. What?
No.
Are you kidding me?
That's pretty bad for your number one.
That's a quality. Listen,
I mean, it's good. They're both great.
Never
but-
had them together.
you've never
like,
had them together?
I've never had them either together.
You've never had them together.
No,
Yes, you have.
I have not.
We've had them together.
I mean, I don't recall. So I mean, I guess if we did, I don't remember it. So it
Oh
wasn't
my
that
gosh, you're
great.
missing out. It's such a there's nothing better than when you're like, man, what do I want for lunch today? And you're just like, let's go to Trot or let's go to.
I feel like that's the last thing I would want to wash my Chipotle down with. Is
Yeah.
You get a chicken bowl with the rice and the guac and the everything in there, and you get a nice peanut butter paradise Trops, and you go.
I do go with that peanut butter paradise. That's a great.
Yeah.
That's the best
Great
one.
pick.
But I think it's only an iconic duo to you, and I mean I probably have had it with you, but I think it's only iconic because the Chipotle that's close to us and the Trops that's close to us are close to each other.
Close to each other.
That's the only reason.
That might be it.
because I don't think that's like a real thing. I don't think
For me, that would just be so far out of the way because the way I go to Chipotle is the expressway, so I don't go past Trops either way.
Well,
so
I
it's out
do
of my
too.
way.
But to get back on the expressway, you have to do a U-turn anyways at some point.
Yeah.
So I just go make a far U-turn
It's just out of the way.
and swing by the.
So you have to pass the initial U-turn.
Yeah, but I also order it online. As I'm in Chipotle, I'll order my Trops online, get my Chipotle. Vloop.
Here's my question. All right.
Yep.
I will agree with your number one being that if you can tell me that
Yep.
every time you get Chipotle by yourself or whatever by
No,
yourself,
I'm gonna disagree already because
you
that's
get it with Trops.
That's not what it's about. It's such a because they're both fairly expensive, especially the ones I order.
Yes.
They're both fairly expensive. So it's something on it's not like a daily thing. It's not like every time I get Chipotle, I get Trops, or every time I get Trops, I get Chipotle. And like I said, they're both amazing by themselves. But on just certain days, I'm just feeling myself. I'm just like, you know what? I got some money to spend. Let's get both. And then we'll swing by both.
Feeling myself.
I'll swing by both.
I guess I can't really disagree with it because I love both. I do love Chipotle and I love Trops. So I can't tell you it's no, but I just don't think it's one.
I think it's one. It's by far the best duo for me. Whenever I'll just stop there. I'll let the people decide. But Logan, before we do that, we got to get to your number one. What are you looking
I
at?
think I get Bahama Mama or the Beach Bum
I like a good Bahama Mama.
with dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Strawberry, pineapple, white chocolate, but I get it with dark chocolate and coconut. Or the Beach Bum is strawberry, banana, and chocolate.
What is wrong with you?
Dude, white chocolate is disgusting.
It's coconut.
Coconut. Why
Oh,
would you
well, you also like white chocolate.
I do like white chocolate. Yeah. It's good.
Dark chocolate's way better.
I do agree dark chocolate's better.
I mean,
And coconut's
I
better.
do think dark chocolate's better, or milk chocolate's better. But
No.
I don't think.
Dark chocolate's better than milk and white.
No.
Milk's the best.
Yeah,
No,
milk
absolutely.
is the best.
All right, we're not even...
Bad pick. Okay, my number one most iconic duo of all time, me and Kelsey.
Are you kidding me?
Simp.
Iconic. We're super hilarious together. Our personalities are great. We're just the best. Me and Kelso.
Mm.
You did-
Kelso bot and logo bot.
I don't have anything to say.
Me and Kelsey.
That's your number
That's
one.
really what you went with.
Do you want to hear what's so funny, though?
Yeah.
You want to hear what's so funny?
Yeah.
Is I was very close to putting Logan and Kelsey and Sam and Megan on my list, so that way I could get the girlfriend sympathy or the fiance sympathy votes on both of them, and I didn't because I didn't want to put one higher than the other. So I was like, I'm just not going to do either of them. But I was so close to doing that,
Yeah.
and that's really your 1-1.
Okay. Well, let's go to our mentions.
What?
I'm not going to argue with it. It was almost on my list.
Right. We're classic. We are iconic.
So you got her vote. You have her vote anyways.
No, actually, she voted for Sam on the candy one.
Mm.
She doesn't like peanut M&Ms.
You got her vote now. That's good for you.
Hopefully.
All right, what
if
are
she
your
doesn't
honorable
vote for
mentions?
you? Hey,
Well,
quality 1-1.
thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'll just go on honorable mentions then.
Go for it.
Chips and queso was taken on mine. Another iconic people duo. This is actually people this time. I'm not messing with you guys. It's the iconic magic duo of Penn and Teller.
Oh, that's such a good one. How did I forget that?
I know you love Penn and Teller. I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know Penn and Teller?
Fool
The
us?
magicians?
What?
Fool us? Penn and Teller fool us?
Magic people?
F
The
you.
one's like super big and the other one's like super small and doesn't talk?
Not even like ring any bells.
Well, I love magic, and I've sort of been like semi-practicing it since like 6th grade, and I love their bits and their comedy. It's just hilarious, and their show Fool Us is amazing.
Good pick.
Chips and queso, as said, and then third, another food, grilled cheese and tomato soup.
It's pretty good. It's good.
Like-
Nice dip.
I mean, it has to be like a good tomato soup, and I mean,
yeah, you're right.
there's like the ones like straight out of the can is like questionable sometimes, but yeah, I
Pretty
love
good.
me a good grilled cheese, and it does get better with some tomato soup. So I have a lot more honorable mentions, but we'll let you guys go, and then we'll talk about
Talk about the ones.
what do you?
So for my list, I have another one that might be more, personal. Not a lot of other people would agree, but I put Bacardi and Blue Powerade on my list. It's a quality duo. I also put the incredible. I can't believe no one had a wrestling tag team in there. I had to go with D-Generation X.
I have DX on my not honorable mention.
Hey, what can you do?
I did put them on there.
I got DX on there. I'm going with, if we have to, because it's a duo, so we have to do two. I'm doing Shawn Michaels, Triple H, obviously.
That's the best one.
And then my last one, the only reason I didn't put it on my list is because we did cartoons last week, and it wasn't even on my top 5 cartoons, but it's Tom and Jerry.
It's good.
Tough to beat Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Yours?
Mine, Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Okay.
I mean, once you think of Chewie, like you Han Solo. I mean, they're the dynamic duo of Star Wars.
Yep.
I mean, you could argue C-3PO and R2-D2 would be up there, but I would take personally Chewie and Han Solo. I think they're both badass. Ours is. And then I did Barney Stinson and his suits. He wears a suit in every episode. You never catch him not wearing a suit. And there was even a episode where he chose his suits over a very, very hot girl, and he sang a song about them. And then he said, "Nothing suits me like a suit." And it was one of the best scenes of How I Met Your Mother ever.
Doesn't he always say suit up?
Yep, suit up to Ted, and Ted never does. He's a loser. Then for my last honorable mention, I went with the dynamic duo of Tucson and Echo. They are inseparable. Actually, they cannot leave each other's side, or they're gonna cry and eat stuff.
Quality honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those are my dogs, by the way.
Yeah. It might be a little weird, like Tucson and Echo, like, oh, if they leave, they cry and eat stuff. It's like,
Yeah, my cute little doggos.
what else did we miss?
So some things we missed on everyone's list. I don't know if you guys just brainstorming here. Harry and Ron from Harry Potter.
Oh,
You guys like Harry Potter?
no.
It's fantastic.
No,
First of
not
all,
even a little bit.
it's fantastic. One of the best movie series of all time. Have you ever watched them all?
No, I've watched one in theaters, and my only memory was sitting in the theater. The black ghost thing was flying down the tunnel.
The Dementor, yeah.
Yeah, and then I woke up and my mom was carrying me out of the theater. And I fell asleep.
Oh. Have you ever watched them all?
I watched a couple, but I'm not a big fan. I like watching them play Quidditch.
That's cool. PB&J,
Obviously.
fantastic. I did also put a comedy, we didn't talk about another comedy duo. The Rock and Kevin Hart,
That's a good one.
hilarious
They
duo.
are great.
Funny duo. I put burgers and fries.
Mm-hmm.
My football combination, wings and football. Chicken wings and football. And then also dynamic duo, Lily and Perry
Oh, that's a quality dynamic duo.
Lillian Perry, I mean...
This guy, dude. This guy.
Hey, real quick, just so you know, that wasn't actually on his list. So
It's
don't.
right here.
Yep. Yeah, but it wasn't on his top 5, so don't give him a sympathy vote for that.
You guys are just going for sympathy votes. Why don't you guys just like go to like
I'm
actually
not.
meaning
Listen,
What are you
4 or
talking
5?
about? My top 5 are absolutely genuine.
There's not one thing
I was
on
going to
mine.
get Kelsey's vote regardless.
There's not one thing on mine that's a sympathy though. Not one. I have socks and sandals. Maybe my dad votes for me.
Lillian Perry, it's her Minecraft name.
What about Dave and Buster's?
Oh, good point. Yeah.
The dynamic
Yeah.
duo of Dave and Buster's. All right, I think that's a quality cream right there.
Yep.
Good list.
I love my list.
I also love mine. You guys might give me crap, but I'll
I
stick
think
by mine until the day I die.
you guys had a lot of good ones that I missed. I will say that.
Yeah.
But I like my list.
All right, now getting into Oven Mitt opinions.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
So did you want it?
I want to go last.
Okay.
You're going last. Okay.
I'll start. I'm gonna go ahead and start because we had sort of talked about this. This is gonna. I don't know. I can't gauge you guys because I don't know how you feel about this. But this. Okay, so this is sort of on the topic of Will Ferrell. And you had said he's one of. You say he's top 3 comedy actor or actors of all time, whatever comedy, and I agree with you. All right, but there was an instance you were about to say number one. And I couldn't disagree more because of one simple opinion that I have. And that is, and this might be premature, but I don't know if we're going to do this again, but this is related to Christmas. Elf, the movie Elf, is an absolutely awful movie and an even worse Christmas movie.
Disagree completely. That's a hot. I mean,
Not even, and let me tell you why. It is not funny at all. Will Ferrell is not funny in the slightest. Like, it's supposed to be funny, not even close. The plot is like, it's average. It's like, nothing really. And like, people overhype it to the moon. Like, saying, oh, it's the best Christmas movie of all time. No, it's not. That movie is so bad. And like, oh, it's a kid's movie. But like, even when I was a kid, I was never interested in it. Like, it never drew me in. It was boring to me then. And I've like tried to watch that movie so many times. And I've made it to the ending once. And even then, it's like, it is by far the worst Will Ferrell movie of all time. And that's what drops him down for me because that movie is so bad and like, I don't laugh once. It's not funny. And people say it's a kid's movie. But there are people your age, and like our age, that say it's the best movie of all time.
Your age.
we're the same age.
I'm older than you.
Oh, I'm the only
That's
22-year-old at the table.
That's fair.
But there's people our age that say it is the best Christmas movie of all time and all this and that. But it's not. And I can understand it as a children's movie. But when you hype it up to that standard, it is so bad. And it is something that I am firm on, and it is an awful movie. Not even a good Christmas movie.
I'm gonna give my 2 cents. I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I think Will Ferrell does the best he can in the movie. I think
sure.
I think he does bring some like comical comedy stuff to it. But I've never really like enjoyed it. And to say it's the best Christmas movie of all time is absolutely outrageous. Not even close to the best Christmas movie of all time.
You say that as if you have one in mind as the best.
I do.
What is it?
The Grinch.
I would probably agree.
I think
That one's my
with Jim
favorite. At
Carrey.
least.
Jim Carrey
With
Grinch.
Jim
That one
Carrey.
is so funny. I mean, the one with Benedict Cumberbatch is also that one is probably the best. But
I would probably agree. Grinch is probably the best Christmas movie, and I do want to disagree with what you're saying because I've seen it. I think it's a good movie, but the problem is, I think where the problem is that it is so overhyped.
Yeah. Like,
And everybody says, "Oh, it's the best Christmas movie ever." I will watch it if it's on, and it's like Christmas time. I will watch it.
And it just sort of like it reminded me because I was like looking through a bunch of things and I saw it, and like that movie is just so not funny at all. Not even in the slightest. Like, that's not even one. And people talk about it all the time. Like, you're right. It is so overhyped. For what reason? It is so bad.
I think it.
Like when he screams Santa's, like, that's not funny.
It's got some moments.
No,
it's got some funny moments.
Not even at all. Not even when I was a kid and that stuff was like gold. Was it even remotely funny?
Here's the thing. You know what? I haven't seen it in so long.
We should just all watch it.
We should watch it together. But I haven't seen it in the full thing in probably 5 years.
And it just sucks that Will Ferrell is like tied to that movie because it drops him down a notch because of it. It's an awful movie.
Think who else is in that movie? Zoe Deschanel.
Okay, well I don't.
Well, the one dude
Zoe
from
Deschanel.
Game of Thrones is in there, isn't he?
Who?
Am I wrong or no?
Who?
Let me look it up.
The midget?
Yeah.
I don't think that's him. It might be him.
I think it's him.
Even so, that's still not funny. Peter Dinklage?
Peter Dinklage. I think that's who it is.
I think it is too.
Elf cast. Oh, there's Santa Claus. Hey, look at all these names, though. Yeah, Peter Dinklage.
I mean, he can still be bad.
I think he was the voice in Destiny, like the ghost.
Probably. He's got a great voice.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think it's overrated. I don't. I mean, it was. There's some parts that were funny. I don't think it ruins Will Ferrell's stock. I think he has such a great stock that it doesn't do that.
I think it's an awful movie.
I think
By far the worst movie.
I wouldn't say awful movie. I would say not an A+ movie by far. I think it's a C-. I'll give you a C-.
We'll have to watch it together.
We'll have to watch it. I haven't seen it in 5 years.
The thing of it is, get rid of the acting and the not funniness at all. The plot is just, it doesn't draw me in.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing special. And
ooh, I just thought of another good movie that was, like, that could be argued as one of the best. Is Santa Claus.
The one with Tim Allen?
Santa Claus 3: The Escape Clause.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
All right.
Is that the one with the robot, or is that?
It's one with Jack Frost.
Which one is the one with the robot? Is that number 2? Santa Claus 2.
I know. I know a lot of people love that movie, and they religiously love that movie at this time of the year, especially. So I just want to put it out there that you're all wrong.
I will be sure to watch it at some point this year.
Yeah, I will too.
I will 100% watch that movie because I'm sure it's going to be on. It's Christmas time, right? All right. I'll go to mine. I got to figure out a way to word it that isn't going to make it because
this is going to be like
this is going into tying into it's a sports take about what happened on last Monday's Monday Night Football game. And I'm not trying to say that things are perfect, but I think that the human element of refs can make the game exciting. And my hot take is, I want to try and find the best way to put this without, I do think that, don't get me wrong, refs aren't perfect. And if anybody knows what I'm talking about, so last Monday was the Bears-Steelers game, and the game was basically handed to the Steelers.
Yeah, they had
very bad calls.
It was like 10 flags or something, or 10 points they gave it to.
Multiple very bad calls in that game. And it's one of those things to where I instantly, all that, whenever you watch, like, the Pat McAfee show, which I watched all day, or whenever you watch, like, listen to sports shows, they talk about it and they say, like, they got to do something. I agree. I fear that we're heading in a direction where they start to make it too reliant on technology. Like putting a chip in the ball to make sure it crossed the line, or like doing all that. I don't want that. I think the human element where there are bad calls and where there are missed calls makes the game exciting.
I actually can get behind that. And the first example came to my mind was when in baseball. Like they have technology where they're never going to get a call wrong. Mm-hmm. But back in 2009, I want to say 7 maybe. I don't know. Sometime, it's probably a little bit further back. But Armando Galarraga threw a perfect game. And he got robbed by the ref, or by the ump. And it was like the imperfect game because the ref called him safe.
I remember
And
that.
the ref even like was sitting there crying about it, like, oh, it's like, I cost that man the history books or whatever. But like now, Armando Galarraga is known for that. He wasn't a great pitcher.
He's almost more well-known than he would be. I mean, he is more well-known.
Exactly, yeah. Like, he would just been another guy who threw another perfect game, which perfect game is amazing. But, like, now he's known as the pitcher. I'll never forget that name. Mm-hmm. He's the pitcher that threw the imperfect game. And I think you're right. I think refs make games more fun, and they, like, make fans, like, have something to complain about.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look, as a Lions fan, I'm always complaining about the refs. But, like, they make it fun.
It makes me think back to, like, the Saints-Rams game in the NFC Championship.
Oh, yeah?
That was such a bad missed thing. And I think that they do, like, I don't think a ref should decide the game. I think that's something that, like, they need better, like, whether it's more things can be challenged or better cameras, something like that. But I don't want it to go too technologically reliant.
Yeah.
That's my hot take, is that the refs missing calls and, like, the human element of the refs makes it more exciting. I like it how it is.
Is this just for football?
It's for any sport, really. But I'm talking football just because it's been on my head after Monday night's game.
So, for tennis,
I like the human element. I don't want a chip on the ball to where when you hit it,
tennis, they already have that.
They have that.
Not a chip in the ball on the lines. So typically they would have a person watching every line, and then a person would call it out. And then if they saw it, and then they can challenge it, and then they can go to, like, the sky cam that looks and sees and watches it, and it shows the exact mark that it hit. But there's been some times where that'll show that it's, like, it's in, but, like, the ball, like, mark was, like, an inch or two out. So, like, it was wrong. And so what they've actually done in tennis is now, instead of all those people on the lines, they have lasers that go down. And then if the ball is, like, I mean, I don't know the exact technology to where, like, if the ball is in the laser, like, it's on the line. But if it's, like, if it crosses this line but not this line, obviously it's out. So it reads that and then projects, like, somebody screaming, out. And they've completely got rid of them. But it almost didn't matter because, like, so a person would say out, like, if before the line judge would look at it, say it was out, but those balls are going like 120 miles an hour, so they can't obviously see them perfectly, and sometimes they're in by this much, and that's an in ball, to where, like, they would say, oh, that was out, and then the person challenges it, obviously, and the sky cam comes down and then shows that it was in, even though maybe it was out, or out even though it wasn't. So technology is also faulty.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, even as technology gets better, and that's more what I'm talking is, like, as technology gets better, like, there's gonna be a call because it's already, like, we want more technology, like in tennis, like you said. I don't want more technology. Maybe better cameras just to give the booth a better chance of overturning calls, but I don't want more technology in the sport, if that makes sense. And I can see in tennis. Like, what do you think of that? Do you like that or no?
I mean, at the professional level, I mean, it sort of is needed because you can't. I mean, it's a little bit more precise on the decisions than, like I said, the human eye. Like, those balls are going like 120 miles an hour, sometimes 150 on serves, and you have to tell if a ball is out by this much or not, and, like, that can change an entire match, like, momentum and everything. Like, that's a little bit different than, like, in tennis, like, that's all that there is. So, like, that's kind of important. But, like, football is like, oh, is he holding? Or, like, what, did he actually make contact? Was it pass interference? Like, there's a lot more human element that needs to be there than, but I'm sure even if you did put chips at both ends of the football, like, you might run into the problem similarly, like, of, like, the tennis thing with the misreading of the calls. Like, the technology can mess up and video evidence will show that it's passed, but, like, what if the chip didn't register, and, like, what do you do? Like, there's no human element at that point. Like, I think you need human element because almost robotic or technology will give us not basically the same problems, but different problems resulting in sort of different, like, what is the same problem, but just in different forms, almost. So,
yeah.
I mean, I guess you kind of go sport by sport.
Yeah, and I guess with that, I'm glad that you guys can kind of agree. Yeah. I think it makes it more exciting. I think even if there are missed calls, like, I think that...
Yeah, it sucks if you're on the wrong end.
It sucks if you're on the wrong end of it, which I'm sure you've experienced.
Not all the time, but yeah.
But, like, even if there are missed calls, like, I think it just adds to the game. I think I like the human element. I like the errors that refs make from time to time. I mean, every game is a ref.
I think you just need more rules to overturn things.
I think overturning is a big thing. I think if you can challenge, like, holding calls, or like if you see an obvious hold, you should be able to challenge that. Or if you get called for holding but like it's obvious that they didn't, I think there should be more opportunities to challenge. But other than that, I don't want more technology in the sport.
Okay.
All right, Sam, hot take.
So my
oven mitt opinion.
Oven mitt opinion.
Oven mitt opinion.
Just call it what it is. My oven mitt opinion is, and I think you guys probably disagree with me, but I firmly, and I feel strong about this, I think that every person should go to college. I think it is very vital that everybody goes and experiences that. I'm not saying that you have to go to college to be successful, because that's not true. That's not what I'm arguing here. I think that the experience of going to college is super important for the individual, because they get to get out of their bubble, per se. Like, they're not in high school anymore, where like a lot of these people they grew up with, and now they're going to like a different university, or they're moving different states, or even at community college, you get to go interact and learn from other people of all walks of life, and I think that is super important. Another thing is that when you go to college, there's nobody babysitting you. Like, it's not your mom. Like, your mom's not waking you up in the morning, or your dad's not telling you to do your homework or whatever. Like, it's really all dependent on yourself. So you develop a lot of life skills in how to manage your work and how to manage your time, and what is a priority to you at that time. And again, like with nobody babysitting you, like a lot of the teachers and professors there, yes, they want to help you and like get you to succeed, but they're not going to hold your hand. Like, you have to go through it and work hard, and I think college is super important.
I disagree. I'm gonna disagree with this one. I think it worked well for you. I think it works well for a lot of people. I went to college. I enjoyed it. You went to college. I'm sure you're still in school, so I'm sure you enjoyed it. So I think that it is to say that everybody should go to college, I don't think that's the case. I think there's a lot of people that don't work well in a school environment. I think there are people that benefit more not going to school and going into something else, whether that's a trade or whether it's something else to do. And I get the idea of like, yeah, but when you're in college, like, you meet so many new people, you have so many other experiences, and you learn to take care of yourself more. But I think you can get those same experiences in other ways than going to college.
I agree. I don't think everyone needs to go to college or should go to college. Yeah, I mean, I think, like, kind of what you said, I think just because you didn't go to college doesn't mean you're not going to meet new people in like a bubble. Like if you go into a trade, or right out of high school, I don't know, let's say you go to the military, or you do go to a trade school, welding or something. You grow into that organization, and you meet all those people, and depending on what you have to do, you might have to go out and like work on a project and meet more people in a big bubble. And I mean, it's also sort of teaching the same things of like, nobody's really still babysitting you. I mean, a boss is babysitting you the same way a teacher probably is. Like, if you don't do it, then you're probably gonna get fired, and if you don't do it at school, you're gonna fail out and get kicked out almost. Like, you learn that responsibility either way. And I don't know. It's a hard take for me to wrap my head around.
I think that there are a lot of people that should go to college, and I agree with that. But to say everybody should go to college, that's where I disagree.
I think it should be. I think it should be mandatory. I don't think like you should go and like. I don't think it should be as expensive as it is. I think that's a little wrong, but that's another topic. But I think going to college, not only are you finding all these other people, you're finding all these other people from different countries too, and like you get to experience their cultures and how they learned back at home, and then you can integrate it into your life and take like your lessons and stuff and go on to the future.
Okay, while I agree that college is a good way to like meet people from other cultures, but it's not the only way. Like you can still, the issue I'm having is like all those things you're saying you can still achieve outside.
of college.
And I think it's a lot harder in other places.
I mean, yeah, college is important and extremely useful, but for people that aren't gonna like use it to like what it can be, then like why?
And that's another thing is like college is still like it's a school, and there's a lot of people, like a very large amount of people that don't do well in a school structure environment. I get college is different from high school, but it's
completely different.
it's still a school structure environment. And I think that like I just don't agree that I think there's a lot of people that go to college because they're under the assumption that everyone should go to college that would do better not going to college.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people that college would, I don't know, like they would be better off not going to college. Like college would almost make them worse off.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case in anybody's circumstance. I think college will always help you.
If it's not the right fit for you, then if it's not suited for you, I mean, you think it should be mandatory?
I think for you,
I think so.
I think you have learned so much in college, and you've had such a positive experience, and that's why you think this. But I don't think just the world in general, like there's people like everyone's not the same. And I think just because you have such a positive experience, and I have like I said, we both also have positive experiences. I think there's a lot of other people that don't and that wouldn't have those positive experiences. And just because it worked for all three of us, I don't think it's the path for everybody.
You also have to think about each college is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like my college is so much different than your guys' colleges. Like you said, college is way different than high school, but my college was like a high school because it was so small. Like if I didn't go to class like 2 days, like my professor would be texting me, like because they all have my number because our class sizes were like 20 people, and like it was a small Christian school, so like partying wasn't really a thing too much, like drinking, smoking, like all that stuff wasn't like too big to where like people would come to our college and then want to do that stuff because that would be kind of like what they are, but then like that's not what's for them. And so like you also kind of, I mean, college might be the best, but also each college is a little bit different to where there's medium, small, big, private, to where, I mean, their college doesn't really have a set formula to where like it's going to be perfect for you. So in that case, like how can everybody go to college and it be impactful? Or I mean, I'm sure it'll be impactful in some ways, shape or form, but I don't know. I don't think it should be mandatory.
I disagree.
All right.
Disagree.
Agree to disagree.
All right. So I guess with that, those are the government opinions.
Yeah.
All quality opinions.
Pretty hot ones, these.
I'm heating up.
Where's the ovens? Mitts.
Oh, we forgot the mitts. How do we do this whole segment without mitts?
They're hanging out. They're over there.
Oh,
too.
they're random.
All right. So let's get into the next segment. That is NFL Charcuterie.
You said it pretty good there. NFL Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
I did it too. Nice.
Last week we were on a bye, which I'm very happy because full of upsets. I probably would have gotten every pick wrong. So
Yeah, actually, probably too.
I'm glad that we were on a bye last week, and now I think I'm ready to come back stronger and better than ever.
You guys did really well last time. What, 4-1?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of you guys went 4-1. I went the 0-5. I would say it's pretty impressive.
That is impressive.
Just
I mean,
as impressive.
I think it's just as impressive as going 5-0.
Yeah, we did have a shakeup in the standings. Yeah. Me and Skip went 4-0 2 weeks ago.
4-1.
4-1, yeah. And so that brought the totals. Sam, you are now in third place with 8.
Happens.
Same as you were in week 3. Skip jumped you. He is now 10, and I have 14.
So now that I'm not in last, I will bring this up. We still need a punishment. So if you guys have any ideas, any suggestions, drop them in the comments below. Let's get a punishment for the loser, whoever it is. And let's come up with something that whoever loses is going to have to do.
All right, how about I have one. Whoever loses, so if I lose, I have to watch Elf in its entirety and enjoy it. You have to eat chips and queso, Texas Roadhouse rolls, Olive Garden breadsticks,
I think he's winning here.
and you have to drop out of college.
You have
What was your other one?
The almond joys are terrible.
You have to eat an almond joy.
Yeah, I
No.
won't do
Oh yeah,
that.
you have to do that. Or what was your other oven mitt?
Pandora.
Oh,
You have to delete Pandora.
You have to eat
Actually, no.
Pandora.
If you win, you have to delete Pandora. Because it's that bad. Just
I
go to
hope one
Applebee's.
of them says that in the comments, and then you have to do it. We can decide.
All right. Get some punishments for us, but let's jump into the games. Logan, you want to start us off?
Browns and Patriots. It's the first game on the slate.
Just read through all the games, actually.
On the second slate
Wait, the second slate.
is Falcons and the Cowboys. Third is Vikings and the Chargers. Fourth, Eagles and Broncos. 5, Chiefs and Raiders. Gonna get into it. Browns, Pats. I'm just gonna pick the Browns. Patriots have been doing pretty good. Browns have not been doing that great, but I still think the Browns are gonna do it. They cut their dead weight OBJ, so I think they're gonna do it.
You know, yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Hopefully we keep that trend going because we do pretty good.
6 straight.
No, but I think both teams are really good. I think they're both playoff teams, but I think the Browns are better without OBJ. So, yeah.
Did you guys know what happened? No? Because you guys both picked the Browns?
What
Alright,
happened?
cool. Nick Chubb is out because of COVID.
Oh, I did know.
Day Ernest, their backup running back, out because of COVID. Kareem Hunt, IR. They ain't got no running game.
Who needs a running game?
Baker's going to throw it to who? Jarvis Landry, who drops the ball every time? I mean, yeah, that's a good player, but, like, I'm going Patriots.
Yeah, but here's the thing, is who was Dearness Johnson 2 weeks ago? He was a nobody. They got someone. Someone's going to step
We'll
up.
see. I'm gonna go Patriots.
I'm glad we picked different.
Good.
Glad.
I'm glad, too.
Are you?
I am.
0-5?
I'm so glad.
All right.
I thought you were going to for sure take the Patriots because Nick Chubb's in COVID list.
I did get that notification today, but
I did not. I don't have my notifications on apparently. Okay, next up, we got the Falcons, Cowboys. I'm gonna take the Cowboys in this one, even though the Cowboys got shut out by the Broncos, and the Falcons beat the Saints. You know, Falcons are riding high, Cowboys not so much. I think the Cowboys have a bounce back week here, and I'm gonna take them.
Yeah, I'm as well going to take the Cowboys. I think the Falcons are bad. I just do. I just think they're bad.
I as well going to take the Falcons. Cowboys.
Oh.
Falcons beat the Saints, but the Saints aren't good, so
They don't have a quarterback. The
Yeah.
Saints don't. Like,
yeah, they're just not good.
Hey, Cowboys all across the board.
Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
Sam?
next one we got the Vikings Chargers. I'm a big fan of the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers here. I think they're at home too, and Justin Herbert last week had a huge game. The Vikings actually, they were playing well against the Ravens and then ended up giving up the game. Lamar Jackson came back on them. I think the Chargers are just a better team, and I think they're going to make a run in the AFC.
Yeah, the Chargers have been riding high. Well, they were riding high at the beginning of the season, then they kind of filtered out. And the Vikings sort of were the opposite. But even though they lost, they were still playing good. But I'm going to pick the Chargers because I do not trust Mike Zimmer at all with the Vikings. I don't think he's the guy. And also Dalvin Cook. You guys see that?
Yeah, but something about
He was
attacked.
Yeah, it was assaulted.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
So,
saw
yeah, pretty crazy. So, yeah, I'm going Chargers.
All right. I'm going with the Chargers as well. So that's another three-peat here. I like the Chargers, especially at home. I still think they're a really good team. And now that we say this, I bet you the Falcons and the Vikings win because that's just how it works. And, like, everyone agrees.
If I am picking it, well, you guys picked wrong. I'm 0-5 last week. If you guys pick with me, you guys are just gonna lose.
We can't. Here's the thing. It works when we pick together, but we can't all pick together. We can't do that.
Well,
So why don't we
let's
switch
see.
it up here, Logan? Eagles, Broncos. What do you got?
Eagles, Broncos. I'm going with the Broncos. They're playing good. Jerry Judy's back. Javonte Williams is I think he's gonna be really good in the NFL. And Eagles, you know how I feel about the Eagles. I've picked them every single time we've had them on this show, but I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Well, that's a good thing because I think that just like Nick Sirianni said before, it's all happening below the surface. We got to let these roots sprout. We got to let the flower grow. I think the flower's starting to blossom here. I'm going to go with the Eagles here. I like the Eagles. I think it's not that I like the Eagles, actually. It's that I don't like the Broncos. And I think the Broncos, after winning last week, are going to be so high and mighty. And they're just going to get beat by the Eagles.
I'm going Broncos. I think last week was really good, and I think, again, with what you said, with Jerry Jeudy coming back, that's huge for them. Another weapon for Teddy Bridgewater to use, not just Courtland Sutton. I will be opposite of you, though, when you say Javonte Williams. It's still Melvin Gordon's team. He runs like animal every single game. So, yeah, I'm going Broncos.
They ain't good enough to win 2 games in a row.
We'll see. What are they, 5-4 now? Yeah. I mean, they blew out the Cowboys.
They did.
In Dallas.
Yeah, that was like all of their. You were talking about Magic the Gathering earlier. What is that? Meta. What's like the
Mana?
Mana. They used all their mana on that attack against the Cowboys. They got nothing left.
He doesn't understand the reference.
Yeah, he wouldn't get
You
it.
could say elixir.
Yeah, they used all their elixir. They're
I get
out
that.
Yeah,
There
they're
you go.
golem.
on that one battle. They don't have any left. All
Yeah,
right,
they're 3 Musketeers.
last game. The Chiefs versus the Raiders, guys. I don't know if you know this, but the Raiders are falling apart.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs are good. I mean, which is weird to say, actually. Like this, I think that's the first time I said that. But yeah, I don't think the Chiefs are necessarily good. But I think that the Raiders are just falling apart so bad that I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
I'm as well going with the Chiefs. I agree with you. I don't think the Chiefs are like that good, and it is weird to say, but I think it's mainly because I don't think the team around Patty Mahomes is very good. I think Patty Mahomes himself makes the team better, and when he's playing down like he is this year, like he's not playing to like what we expect from Patty Mahomes, and that's what's kind of making the team seem like they're not that good, and it's unfortunate. But we might be seeing the end of the Chiefs. Good thing Patty Mahomes has 10 more years.
That's another thing, though, is I think the Patriots kind of ruined our society. Because, like, no team is supposed to just be dominant for 2 decades.
Yes, that's fair.
And, like, I think we just expected the Chiefs to be dominant for 2 decades just because that's what we're used to with the Patriots. But that's not how it works. Like, you're not supposed to be good for that long.
Did the Patriots do it, or was it Tom Brady?
It was Tom. Yeah. It's just not supposed to happen. So they should fall off a little bit. They'll come back, but not now. But they're still winning.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Chiefs.
Hey, 3-peat. I was gonna high five you, but if we did,
For all the reasons you said.
thank you.
Chiefs.
I know I'm so
Good
smart.
job, guys.
Hey, good picks.
So what games do we have differently?
Only I had the Eagles different from you, and you had the Patriots different from
So
us.
those are the 2 games we're looking at, huh? Everything else really doesn't matter.
Cowboys, Chargers, Chiefs. Go
Raw
them.
Cowboys, Chargers, Chiefs.
Go them.
We love the C's.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
well, there you have it.
Well, we have the song.
I know. I was saying there you have it for
Oh,
that.
I was gonna say, are you trying to get rid of us already?
All right, cool. Now it's time for our song of the week. That was mine. You were supposed to put that over that.
No, leave that in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it there, and that we're gonna come back to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, song of the week. Who wants to start?
You.
I'll start. Okay. So last Friday, My song of the week was going to be something from Charles Wesley Godwin because he released a new album on Friday, but unfortunately, considering the show comes out Friday and the album came out Friday, didn't have time to listen to it all the way through. But now I have. So I'm wearing the shirt, and I'm going with, actually the name of the album, I'm going with How the Mighty Fall by Charles Wesley Godwin as my song of the week. Not only because the album came out, but also because I'm going to see him in concert this Saturday. So it's like a double whammy.
That's exciting.
And just a little spoiler, I'm seeing him and Zach Bryan. Next song of the week will be a Zach Bryan song.
I've heard a lot about Zach Bryan. I haven't listened to him yet, but I've heard like he's like kind of under the radar and he's really good.
Oh, he's so good. You just got to listen to him. I told you about him a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, next week, we're going to listen to one next week. This is going to be the song of the week because I'm going to see him Saturday and I'm going to fall in love with one of.
I think it's been kind of like I'm ashamed of myself that he hasn't been one of my song of the weeks yet, and that's Luke Combs.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm very excited about everything he's got going on because like he just changed his profile picture on all social medias, kind of hinting at he's gonna announce when his next album comes out, and because he did that for all of his other prior ones. And then me and my buddy at work the other day, we're just sitting and talking about like listening to Luke Combs and like all of his music and stuff, and then we started talking about live and him live, and there is no better song to listen to him live than One Number Away. And that's the song I'm picking for my song of the week because I also listened to it 5 times on the way here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think you live that far away.
Yeah, I know. I sat out in the car for a little bit.
Oh.
I mean, it's just so rich. I mean, it's a great like story, and I remember finding it before it became his song that shot him through the roof. So I love
Wasn't that
it.
Hurricane?
No, Hurricane introduced him. Hurricane and When It Rains It Pours introduced him to country music, kind of like they were number ones, obviously. But
he stole that from me. So
but like wait, what?
that's my phrase.
Hurricane?
No.
When it rains, it pours. That's he says it all the time. It's the worst.
Well, okay, but when One Number Away came out as its his third single, it shot him through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
It became, I think that was his turning point to being like the mega superstar that he is. So
Yeah.
What about like Phone Call to the Moon or something like that, or Over the Moon?
Moon over Mexico?
Moon over Mexico, yeah.
the moon over Mexico, but yeah,
One moon.
yeah, not moons.
Multiple
That's a
moons.
great song too, and I've listened to that too.
Kelsey's favorite one.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
It's a good song.
It's a good.
But listen, we can't give you multiple song of the weeks.
I
You got When It Rains. It
I
Pours.
know what One Number Away.
One number away. You got One Number Away.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's a great.
I like it. Logan, is it Another Need to Breathe?
No, it's not Another Need to Breathe. It wasn't Need to Breathe last week.
Was it not?
It was King's
no,
Kaleidoscope.
you're right. You're right.
This is a little doozy of a song that I've been listening to. It's kind of been weird, funny, but it's a little classic by Billy Joel.
Oh.
It's We Didn't Start the Fire.
What a karaoke song.
Yeah, that is my go-to karaoke song. So.
Funny story about that is I was driving home from a show and like that came on the radio. I was like, this can't really be what this song is, but it is. Like, because I was like thinking about the time when you sang it at karaoke. I'm like, it can't really be like this.
You never heard it?
I've heard the We Didn't Start the Fire, but I never like heard the whole song. It came on the radio and they just started listing off names. I'm like, holy crap! Like
It's just a bunch of
this
names.
is really
What a
it is.
song.
It's great. I've been listening to it on my runs. Just in the car.
Get you pumped up, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm learning all the words. I'll know all the words by next week.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's a good one.
Hey, good show.
Great show. Fantastic show. The best one yet, you would say.
Yep, I would say. I'm gonna put that right there as we end this out. You got anything else to say? No?
Subscribe, like, push the bell, follow us on Spotify, Twitter, and Instagram.
And TikTok and Facebook.
Oh yeah, we do have those too.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
The social will be somewhere.
In the description. Thanks for watching.